How long can humans live when the global temperature reaches 70 degrees in 2028? A rare sun flare outbreak destroyed the entire ozone layer. The earth is thoroughly dried. The city is covered by desert. Plants perish. Life is hard. Ultraviolet rays can instantly turn human skin into barbecue. This is the latest sci-fi movie starring Tom Hanks called Finch. Tell everyone a warm story in the end times. Finch is the only survivor in this city. He lived in a city without people for 15 years. He needs to wear protective clothing to go out to find food every day. Finch took the robot dog to an abandoned supermarket, but the supplies were all cleaned up. There are still corpses lying on the ground. Finch has long been used to this. He found a box of dog food. Finch drove back in a heavy truck. The map is full of red circles he marked. This city has almost been searched by him. Suddenly the alarm sounded. Finch looked up. The big sandstorm is at hand. Finch turned around and escaped. He drives fast despite the obstacles ahead. In the end times, this kind of large tool cart is a survival weapon. Finch rushes all the way. Finally returned home before the sandstorm blew him away. He escapes from the dead again, but due to long-term radiation, he has been terminally ill soon. Finch's home is the company where he used to work. Here deep underground, there is perfect equipment. And in the deepest little home, there is a puppy waiting for his owner to come home. This dog is Finch's only companion in the world. He poured all the canned dog food he found today to the puppy. He still doesn't forget to lick the spoon. Food should not be wasted, because he has very little left, in order to prevent no one to take care of the dog after his death. Finch actually built an intelligent robot by himself. Finch transfers massive amounts of data to the robot's brain. The robot started to react. He can nod, and can say hello to the puppy. Finch succeeded. He entered several laws into the robot, including not being able to harm humans. Don't violate the master's order. Of course, the most important thing is when Finch is not here, take good care of the puppy. But Finch hasn't had time to be happy. Sudden power outage in the factory. He climbed to the top of the wind turbine to repair. But he saw a storm in the sky coming towards here. Calculated according to the robot, this storm will sweep the city in 24 hours, and lasts for 40 days. Finch simply can't hold on to that time. He can only leave quickly. Finch connects the robot's head and body together. Let him learn to walk. Robot also learns very fast. He can run in small steps in a short while. Finch collected all the supplies. Just like this, 2 people and 2 dogs. The family of 4 started the escape journey. Finch drives a modified touring car to San Francisco. Along the way, yellow sand filled the sky into dead silence. Soon they came to a city. Finch needs to let Robot learn how to search for supplies. They found an abandoned movie theater. Found only 1 box of corn kernels. But the robot saw itself in a mirror for the first time. There is not only a huge amount of knowledge in his brain at this moment, there is also self-awareness as a person. Finch poured corn kernels on the iron pan, instantly turned into popcorn. This is the world in 2028. The surface temperature is as high as 70 degrees. Humanity is on the verge of extinction. But Finch said to the robot, no matter what, they also have to enjoy life. When the 2 of them were laughing and joking around, a sandstorm in the distance hit suddenly. Finch drove away quickly, but it didn't take long before he found out that he couldn't run through the sandstorm. He got off immediately, take out the spikes and winch, want to fix the RV on the ground to get through this storm. But it didn't take long for Finch to run out of strength. At this time, the robot smashed the nail into the ground with 1 punch. Sandstorm is coming soon. Robot let Finch get on the car tightly. He will do the rest. Finch pulls up the protective window. The sandstorm is close at hand. The robot fixes the last winch and gets on the car quickly. Prepare for the impact of the sandstorm. But the power of the sandstorm is too powerful. Lift 3 spikes in an instant. Suddenly people in the car turned on their backs. Fortunately, the last nail fixed by the robot. Just let them stay safely through the sandstorm. Finch get off to view. A broken tire was found, but he can't replace it without a jack. At the time of despair, the robot lifted the car directly. Apparently Finch seriously underestimated this robot. A self-aware robot wants a name.
How about Jack?
No, Jack is a tool's name.
At last, Robot uses his own brain. Gave himself a name, Jeff. But for Robot, having self-awareness means losing control. Finch, who is struggling with a busy day, is resting in the restaurant. Jeff, who is energetic, started the car by himself. Finch rushed out when he heard the sound. but he dares not leave the shadow. He asked Jeff if he was driving. Jeff also learned to lie that the car moved by itself. Finch is angry. He stretched out his hand to the sun. Only 1 second. The skin is smoked by the string of strong ultraviolet rays. He angrily reprimanded Jeff. His purpose in making Jeff is to take good care of the dog. This is the value of Jeff's existence. If Jeff just drove out of control, Finch's dog and him can only wait to die. Jeff lowered his head like a child who made a mistake and was scolded. Back on the road, Finch also felt that he was a bit exaggerated just now. He took the initiative to call Jeff, but Jeff twisted his body deliberately. At this moment, Finch felt more and more that he was like a real person. Have joy, anger, love, and hate. To ease, Finch decided to teach Jeff to drive. When he dies, Jeff and the dog can still go on the road. Soon Jeff will be able to drive proficiently. And Finch finally fell ill. Jeff is taking care of Finch. While driving the car into the city, there is dead silence here. Jeff couldn't bear to wake Finch, so he takes the robot dog to find medicine and supplies. He followed Finch's way to search all the way. Sure enough, he found medicine and canned food. He also found a coat to put on himself. He pried open a cabinet. It's all supplies, but he didn't realize that he was in danger. This robot dog is too pitiful. He saw a box of biscuits. It just wanted to reach out to help its owner get it, but fell down accidentally, destroyed instantly by traps. It turns out that there are full of traps here. The awakened Finch braced his body to search for them. He saw the robot dog that has been his companion for so many years, broken. Finch turned off the power sadly. He found Jeff. Too late to explain. Take him and drive away quickly. And a car light behind him lights up. Jeff drove out of the city at the fastest speed, but the car behind them has been following them, waiting for an opportunity to robbery. Finch told Jeff to turn off the lights. A sharp turn deviates from the lane. Finch wants the car to hide in the bridge hole, but was stuck by the solar panel on the roof. At the crucial moment, Jeff abruptly put the RV in. Finally escaped. Damaged solar panel make Finch very desperate. He felt that he could not reach San Francisco.
I can't give up. I will not allow you to give up.
You will not allow it. Well, you don't get to decide because you're just a machine.
A robot cannot harm a human, or through an action allow a human to come to harm.
Shut up!
Depressed Finch knows that time is running out. He wanted to use a story to tell Jeff the terrible humanity. Soon after the solar flare broke out, the surviving humans began to kill each other with supplies. Once, he met a mother and daughter in a supermarket. The daughter protects herself with a gun in her hand. Finch is afraid of becoming a target, so he just hid. But a man drove up. In order to snatch their supplies, they even shot and killed people. They don't even spare a little girl. Hunger can turn people into murderers, also makes people more cowardly. Finch, who blames himself, found a puppy in the little girl's backpack. So he's been raising the puppy ever since. Make up for the guilt of the mother and daughter. The next day, Jeff drove to San Francisco. Suddenly a butterfly hits the windshield. Jeff quickly wakes up Finch. Finch stretched out slowly. He can't feel the intense heat anymore. It turns out that the ozone layer here still works. To celebrate, Finch changed into a brand new suit. Take Jeff to enjoy the warmth of the sun. Finch tasted the taste of canned food. Also teaches Jeff how to play ball with the puppy. Finch also told Jeff why he wanted to go to San Francisco, because this is where his father promised to meet him. But Finch had never left his city before. He dare not touch the familiar ones easily, self-limiting, until disaster strikes. And this journey was the farthest he walked. And also the last time. Finch knows his time is running out. Look at Jeff and the puppy playing. Vincey suddenly coughed up bleeding. Jeff wants to help him go to rest. But Finch turned around slowly. They shook hands to say goodbye like old friends. At last, Finch died peacefully with the puppy's company. Jeff cremated Finch's body. The next day, Jeff sat in the car and froze. He doesn't know where the road ahead of him is. Looking at the puppy, Jeff remembered his mission. He fed the puppy, fill up the car with gas, continue on the road with Finch's last will. Finally they came to the Golden Gate Bridge. Jeff, as a robot, had a dream. He dreamed of him and Finch and the puppy going to the Golden Gate Bridge together. Jeff erected a monument to Finch by the bridge. Start a new life with a puppy. This is a 2021 American post-apocalyptic science fiction drama film. Finch. In desperation, human nature always becomes selfish and evil, but also often shines with a hint of brilliance. Jeff is like Finch's child. He used just 4 days to teach Jeff to walk. Survival, doubt and trust, and the most important, hope. Although Finch died, although the road ahead is lost, but Jeff can move on with the most innocent humanity.